Again, today is Monday, April 7th, 2025. Uh, i- I'm just in my room, in my company dormitory outside Central Seoul. My dorm is in Oryu Dongyuk Station. That's on the border with the Gyeonggi Province or Incheon. Currently, it's close to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, but I would like to read this second article for the day so that I will have practiced English for more than 30 minutes. Here we go. This article is from healthline.com, very resourceful source for your health matters. The title is What to Know About Pancreatitis Diet. Pancreatitis Diet. Medically reviewed by Meredith Goodwin, MD, FFAFP. Written by Kathleen Watson. Updated on November 25th, 2024. Foods to eat, foods to limit, recovery diet, causes, and treatment. Researchers have identified certain foods you can eat to protect and even help heal your pancreas. These include starchy vegetables, lean meats, and low fiber vegetables and fruits. Changing how often you eat can also be beneficial. Your pancreas helps you regulate the way that your body processes sugar. It also serves an important function in releasing enzymes and helping you digest food. When your pancreas becomes inflamed, this condition is called pancreatitis. Pancreatitis, right? Pancreatitis. Because the pancreas is a singular word, right? Pancreas is so closely tied to your digestive process, it's affected by what you eat. In cases of acute pancreatitis, pancreas inflammation is often triggered by gallstones or other blockages in its drainage system. Gallstones. I have gallstones. With chronic pancreatitis, the inflammation is long term and does not fully heal. This can affect your ability to absorb nutrients from food. Let's find the exact pronunciation for pancreatitis, right? Uh, Pancreatitis. I know the word pancreatitis, right? No good pronunciation. So I go to dictionary.com.
Pancreatitis.
Pancreatitis. Pancreatitis.
Pancreatitis.
Okay.
Pancreatitis.
Pancreatitis. Good. Thanks. I go back to Healthline. Because the pancreas is so closely tied to your digestive process, it is affected by what you eat. In cases of acute pancreatitis, pancreas inflammation is often triggered by gallstones or other blockages in its drainage system. With the chronic pancreatitis, the inflammation is long term and does not fully heal. This can affect your ability to absorb nutrients from food. Researchers are finding out more about foods you can eat to protect your pancreas and help it function at its best. What to eat if you have a pancreatitis? During an episode of acute pancreatitis, the first step to treatment often involves avoiding all food and drink, right? Avoid all food and drink. Sometimes drinks, but here is a singular food and drink. Your healthcare team may need to administer a special liquid diet, IV fluids, or enteral feeding, a feeding tube. Wow, enteral, like entrance, right? Enteral feeding, a feeding tube. People with chronic pancreatitis may also need to use these methods if they have trouble absorbing nutrients from food. After a pancreatitis flare up, your doctor will tell you when you can begin to consume food and drinks again. Here, right? Here it's food and drinks, right? Consume food and drinks again, but above that, all food and drink. So, food, especially drink or drinks, they can be used interchangeably. To reduce the symptoms during recovery, your doctor may recommend starting with starchy foods like rice, pasta, and bread. Pair these starchy foods with foods that are rich in protein and low in fat. Some examples are lean meats, skinless poultry, beans and lentils, and low-fat dairy. Your pancreas won't have to work as hard to process these. Vegetables and fruits are also important parts of a healthy eating plan for acute pancreatitis. Cooking more of your meals at home is one way to help reduce fat intake. When you are eating prepared foods or dining out, choose low-fat options whenever possible. Sometimes pancreatitis can cause undesired weight loss or nutrient deficiencies. In these cases, your doctor or dietitian will offer strategies to increase calories, vitamins, and minerals as needed. You may be advised to add certain high-calorie foods or supplements to your diet. Be sure to follow your doctor or dietitian's advice for your specific needs. What not to eat if you have pancreatitis? After acute pancreatitis, your doctor will usually recommend reducing your fat intake until your symptoms improve. This can involve limiting high-fat foods such as fatty meats, organ meats, fried foods, fries and potato chips, oily sauces and spreads such as mayonnaise, vegetable oils, margarine, and butter, full-fat dairy, pastries, cakes, and cookies, ice cream. In a 2016 study, eating red meat was associated with an increased risk for chronic pancreatitis. In addition, people who ate more saturated fat and cholesterol and foods high in these nutrients, such as red meat and eggs, had a higher risk for gallstone-related acute pancreatitis. If you consume alcohol, your doctor may recommend that you stop drinking after being diagnosed with pancreatitis. Consuming alcohol can make some types of pancreatitis worse. So, to protect your health, you may be advised to avoid alcohol completely. Smoking is also associated with serious complications of pancreatitis, including pancreatic cancer. If you smoke, it's strongly recommended that you quit. Pancreatitis recovery diet. If you have a pancreatitis, you will be advised to stop drinking alcohol completely. If you smoke, you will also be strongly advised to quit. This is because alcohol and tobacco are associated with serious complications of pancreatitis. While recovering from acute pancreatitis, you will likely focus on eating a low-fat diet that won't tax or inflame your pancreas. You should also stay hydrated. Keeping a bottle of water with you at all times can help you increase water intake throughout the day. If you need to make long-term dietary changes because of pancreatitis, your doctor may refer you to a dietitian. They can help you learn how to change your eating habits to better manage your symptoms and nutritional needs. Diet tips. When recovering from acute pancreatitis, your doctor will usually ask you to follow a special diet to help reduce pain and prevent the condition from returning, right? Reverting, recurring. People with chronic pancreatitis may not have the same dietary needs as those with acute pancreatitis. If you have chronic pancreatitis, you may be at higher risk for becoming malnourished. This is because chronic pancreatitis can make it harder for your body to absorb nutrients from food. With a chronic pancreatitis, advice may be focused on helping you get enough nutrition from your diet. Vitamins A, D, E, and K are most commonly found to be lacking as a result of chronic pancreatitis. Always check with your doctor or dietitian before changing your eating habits when you have pancreatitis. Here are some tips they might suggest. Eat 5 to 6 small meals throughout the day to help recover from pancreatitis. This may be easier on your digestive system than eating several large meals. With acute pancreatitis, you may want to avoid eating too much fiber at once. To allow your digestive system time to heal, they may want to start with soft, starchy carbs like bread, potatoes, and pasta before reintroducing high fiber whole grains. Some people with chronic pancreatitis may need to avoid a high fiber diet. With this condition, large amounts of dietary fiber may make your digestive enzymes less effective. If you've been diagnosed with chronic pancreatitis, talk with your doctor or dietitian about monitoring your vitamin levels. Some people may need to take supplements if they are unable to absorb enough nutrients from their diet. Causes of pancreatitis. Pancreatitis has many causes. These include gallstones. I have gallstones, certain genetic conditions, certain medications, infection or injury. Long-term heavy alcohol use is a risk factor for developing pancreatitis, especially chronic pancreatitis. In many cases, the cause of pancreatitis is unknown. Damn. Other treatments for pancreatitis. If your pancreas has been damaged by pancreatitis, a change in your diet can help you feel better, but it might not be enough to restore the function of the pancreas completely. An endoscopic procedure, surgery, medications, or other treatments might be recommended. This will depend on your specific medical history and symptoms. With chronic pancreatitis, your pancreas may not be able to produce all of the enzymes you need to digest your food. If this happens, your doctor may prescribe pancreatic enzymes for you to take with every meal. How to review this article source history, right? Our experts continually monitor the health and wellness space, and we update our articles when new information becomes available. Current version, November 25th, 2024, written by Catherine Watson, edited by John Basham, medically reviewed by Meredith Goodwin, MD, copy edited by copy editors, and so on. So this article was very good. We should avoid fatty stuff, right? Alcohol, smoking, ice cream, pastries, cakes, and cookies, full-fat dairy, vegetable oils, margarine, and butter, oily sauces and spreads such as mayonnaise, fries and potato chips, right? Fried foods, organ meats, and fatty meats. We should avoid them, right? And we should eat more vegetables. Thanks for listening and have a great Monday. Bye bye. Sign off.